Welcome to the Daily Energize podcast, where you'll get a jolt of energy and a quick tip to help you conquer your day. Now here's your host, the Prince of Positivity himself, Spencer Jones.
What's your trait? What's your tendency? That's what today's topic and focus is of this episode of the Daily Energize, the show that's here to give you a quick tip and a jolt of energy to live your life to the max. And as always, it is I, Spencer Jones, your host with the most crazy energy or something, I don't know, but here with you today. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me, and thank you for sharing your light with me and with the world. It is such an honor to have you in my life, and it's an incredible honor that I get to be part of yours. So thank you so much. It means so much more than you know, and I'm incredibly grateful. So thank you. Thank you. Whew. And burps here as I'm doing this. It'll be kind of an awkward podcast. We'll see what keeps happening, or if it keeps happening. All right. Well, today I want to talk about what's your trait. As I was reflecting back on my life, and I'm noticing that I have a pattern, something that, a tendency, a trait that I lean to. And now some of these patterns that people generally lean to is procrastination, right? They procrastinate. They don't want to take on that task. They distract themselves by doing something. Right? They have to perfect this. That's a very common, right? It has to be perfect before I release it. What are some other ones? Perfectionism, as I just said, needing for it to be perfect. People who always want to keep tweaking and adjusting. I guess that's more perfectionism to a degree. Or, hold on, it's not quite there yet. We need to refine this before taking action with it. I guess that's all kind of danced around perfectionism. But we all have our own tendencies, right? Our tendencies to not answer a direct question maybe at times. Our tendency to not look at the difficult things in our life because it's hard, or our tendency to be more angry or emotional, as more, level-headed, but I'm not sure that's the right term for that. Whatever it is. Right? There's lots of different ways and lots of different traits and tendencies we have as humans. And a lot of these are ingrained in us as we grow up, right? We see our parents do it, or maybe it was taught to us, or maybe we've learned that response because of the way we grew up in some way, shape, or form, right? Maybe we didn't see that out in the world, so we took that on for ourselves. And then you could look at, if you're the first child, second child, third child, or whatever, how that plays into your traits, your tendencies in life. So for me, looking at the tasks that I'm doing, I'm a person who does take action, and I'm definitely not a perfectionist where everything has to be just right before I send it out. No, I'm more than happy to try things and send it out there and see what happens and tweak as we go along. But what I've noticed recently is it's not that I'm not afraid to take action. I want to make sure that the system's right, that this whole thing's put together in a way that at least we got a solid structure before just launching, which I think is a good thing. But I also notice that maybe I'm using that as an excuse to push off launching, or push off inviting people, or push off doing whatever I need to do, because I'm just trying to make sure I get more pieces in. So in a sense, perfectionism, but I also know it's going to be dirty and messy, and that we need to clean it. And I don't know, I've just became aware of this recently, this tendency in my life. And it got me thinking, what's your tendency? Are you aware of it? Are you not aware? Because again, I wasn't necessarily aware of that with me. And maybe it's not a big thing, but I became aware of, hold on, I like to keep tweaking and adjusting things. I might launch it out there. Maybe that's where my tendency, right? That I put things out there, but then I'm like, okay, cool, let's keep tweaking and adjusting, instead of just letting it be. Now, tweaking and adjusting is great because it can help refine it. But at some point, we just kind of have to let it be and let it go for at least for some time. I know for me, that's my tendency. What's your tendency? Do you know what it is? And if you don't, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up, but start opening your awareness up or opening your awareness to it, seeing if there's trends that happen in your life or things that you do. Again, maybe you're aware, maybe you're not, and you're just like, well, I don't know, let's see what this is. What are those traits, those tendencies in your life? Do you tend to doing this over and over and over again throughout multiple scenarios in your life? Or do you do that? And no judgment. Don't judge yourself for whatever it is. Don't judge yourself if you're a perfectionist. Don't beat yourself up over, well, I do it this way, and that's not a good way to do it. No. Stop beating yourself up. Stop. Give yourself love, give yourself grace, but use it as a learning experience to go, oh, I notice I have this tendency. Right? For me, as I mentioned, I notice I have the tendency that I keep wanting to tweak and adjust things as opposed to just letting them be, letting them run a course to get a solid foundation. All right, well, we did this for a week. Now let's tweak it. Well, we did this for 2 days. Let's tweak it and adjust it. I have so my men's group that I meet with, they help hold me accountable a lot when I tell them to and ask them to. Sometimes when I don't. With like, all right, I'm going to let this run for 6 months or 3 months, whatever, right? Like minimum 3 months, this has to run before I even think about tweaking. I need to run the process and go through it. 3 months is such a long time though. At least it feels that way to me. 6 months, twice as long. Oh my gosh, like it seems like an eternity, but yet it goes in the blink of an eye. That sometimes we need people in our life to help us recognize those tendencies and help us not get in our own way. Right? They can help hold us accountable. They can help encourage us. They can help point out those things, etc., so that we don't get in our own way and we could shine our lights as brightly as possible. So I hope that all made sense. It kind of made sense in my brain. And then as I started talking, it got a little muddier, so I apologize for that. But I hope it does make sense. And I hope you take some time and reflect in your life. What's one of your traits? What's one of your tendencies that you lean to? And not saying it's good or bad. Is it serving you or is it not serving you? And if it's not, how can you tweak it and adjust it? Just something to think about, look at for the day. All right. Thank you for being you, for joining me. And as always, keep shining bright. All right. Until next time, I'll catch you later.
Yeah.